And give me some quick levels.
Yo.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And away we go.
Eat a cock.
Eat a cock. All right. Consume a bag of Richards. And we're live.
Oh, shit. This is The Biker's Lifestyle. I am Brian Dirty Duvall.
And I'm Chris Tank 4. Fuck you.
And this is the introduction video. Or, if you're just listening, podcast. Of what The Biker's Lifestyle is all about. Why we're doing it. Where we'd like it to go. Where we hope we end up. And I suppose, first off, let's discuss the idea behind this. The idea behind this podcast is not so much to give advice, not so much to give our opinions, although chances are that will happen. But it's more to find out what people that consider themselves bikers, or at least some sort of motorcycle enthusiast, how they think, what they think, where they come from, what they want to do with their time on this planet. Because I think being a biker, being a guy who rides a motorcycle, enjoys riding a motorcycle, lives his life according to when and where and how he can ride his motorcycle, I think that guy's a special kind of guy. And gal. There's women out there that are doing this. But I want to dive into what they think. I want to dive into their philosophies. I want to dive into what makes them tick. I want to dive into what they're all about, because there's many different facets to this. You know, there's many different ways to look at how to ride. There's many different ways to look at how to live. There's many different ways of being free, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and the title kind of says it all, right? The Biker's Lifestyle page. It leaves it open for a lot of interpretation.
Yeah, the Biker's Lifestyle podcast is sort of loosely linked with a Facebook page called The Biker's Lifestyle. And that page was made, tailor-made, to be for bikers to have a place to go where they can just talk freely amongst themselves. Because a lot of Facebook groups, they have a narrative. Whether that narrative is to be somewhat PC, somewhat restrained, or just an all-out fucking shit show where anything goes. Now, don't get me wrong, the Biker's Lifestyle, it's a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
By any degree of measure.
Well, it's Facebook.
It is what it is. But we try to stay away from politics. I don't give a fuck what your politics are. I mean...
Yeah, go to that page.
Yeah. I don't give a flying fuck if you're left, right, in the middle, whatever. I don't give a fuck what you are. Because to be honest with you, when it comes to politics, I am strictly an anarchist. I fucking hate fucking government. I think that I'm more libertarian than I am anarchist with my old age. I mean, I understand a need for government. I just don't want them in my life. You know what I mean? I don't want them to tell me what I can and can't do if I'm not hurting anybody. But on the Biker's Lifestyle, we just, if you want to post a picture of some smoking hot chick wearing a thong and a smile, then go for it. I mean, granted, the algorithms that be might decide that that's not the community standard, and we can't help that. But in all fairness, we let a lot of things go that are on the wrong side of right sometimes.
We push the envelope.
Well, we do. And, you know, we catch a lot of shit from the establishment, you know, i.e. Zuckerberg and the...
All hail Zuck.
Hail Zuck.
Hail Zuck.
Hail Zuck.
Hail Zuck.
I love Zuck. But, you know, and that's... We're trying to keep that feeling of freedom alive. You know, if you're the kind of guy that likes to catch a buzz, ride a Harley, ride a sport bike, ride a Jap bike, just ride. You're the kind of guy that enjoys to ride and enjoys to be free, where you want to do what you want to do, you're not hurting anybody, you're just having a good fucking time. then that page is for you. This podcast is for you. Because we're going to talk to guys that live that life. Whether it's stunting on a R1 or if it's jamming down the highway, crossing state lines on an Ultra. It doesn't matter. We're going to talk to them. We're going to find out where those adventure bike guys are riding to. Where are they adventuring? I don't know. Never owned one. Let's talk to one and figure out where he's going, what he's doing. I mean, I'll even talk to a Goldwing guy, you know? I mean, I'll put my prejudices aside and I'll talk to a Goldwing guy and say, hey, man.
We'll have to get 2 chairs.
Yeah.
One for the wife behind him.
Yeah, that's true. And they'll have their walkie-talkies, yeah.
Matching outfits.
I'll ask him why he needs so many fucking lights on his bike.
I've ridden a Goldwing, though, brother.
Yeah.
And if I had to go across country, I mean, it's like a lazy boy. I mean, they're so comfortable.
Yeah,
so,
but...
it's a sellout. That's me. That's my opinion.
I like to stay hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, if I'm not a little bit uncomfortable... Actually, let's be realistic. If I'm not a lot uncomfortable, then it's too fucking easy. Fuck that. You know? I want to eat shit. That's how you feel alive. In my opinion. But that will change with age, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That will change with age.
I don't know. I kind of like my soft tail, that still, you get off it and you're still kind of shaking from the motor, lack of rubber mounts on the motor. But,
yeah.
But that's me.
I've made my bike more uncomfortable. So, it is what it is.
I love your bike.
Go fast. But yeah, I mean, the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast is... Look, we're not... I can't stress this enough. We are not looking to tell people how to do bikerism, right? We're not looking to do that.
We're not even sure what a real biker is.
I don't even know if I consider myself a biker. I mean, because society says, what's a biker? It's a middle-aged white male, typically with long hair, typically with a beard, typically on the larger of sides, and he rides a Harley-Davidson. Tank.
Yeah,
Tank's a biker.
Yeah.
According to society.
To society.
He fits, he checks all the boxes. I kind of dabble in what people think a biker is. I don't have long hair because, well, let's be honest, I fucking hate having long fucking hair. I've had it before in my life. I'm not a fan. It's just, it always gets in my way. But I'm a welder by trade. I'm work on shit. It just pisses me off. It just is what it is. And as far as the beard goes, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. It is what it is. And I see guys that are die-hard motorcycle riders. They live the fucking life. They're partying, they're riding, being free. And some of them are black. And some of them are Hispanic.
You mean black people and beaners ride bikes?
Yeah, and, well, I mean...
Who knew?
Yeah. Have you seen Mayans?
Right, yeah. No, not one. Oh, I saw the first one. I liked when he macheted the guy's arm off. That was pretty cool.
I've never seen an episode, I'll be honest with you.
No, I turned it off after that. I was laughing too hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even have cable. I don't watch much TV these days.
Isn't that connotation that people have of bikers? I mean, for instance, just to let you know, I did wake up this morning. I'd robbed one bank. Normally it's 2, but I robbed 1. And I did hit up a small convenience store on the way over here.
Oh, it sounds like a good day.
I thought that was important. It was a Tuesday.
I've raped and pillaged at least 3 towns since Sunday. So
well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's people get that stuck in their head though.
They do. I mean, it's you see it like. I remember not too long ago, I was coming back from a ride. Me and a few, handful of brothers. And, full disclosure, me and Tank are in a motorcycle club together. We're not in a very large motorcycle club, but a motorcycle club nonetheless.
3-piece patch.
Yep. And,
for those that understand what that means.
Right. And, this podcast is not devoted to clubs, although we will be talking to club members. But we are also very much wanting to talk to independents, talking to people that ride every type of motorcycle and come from every facet of life. whatever walk of life you are, we want to talk to you if you're into these motorcycle things, right? The two-wheel death machines. But my point is, me and a few brothers were coming back from a trip, and we stop at a gas station, we step inside, and we're looking around, and we notice that people are giving us a very wide berth, and they're getting out of our way, and we're kind of like thinking, well, you know, these are nice fucking people, you know. But whenever you look at them, you can see them whispering to each other and looking in your general direction. It's like, man, these people think that we're gonna like stick up the joint or something. I mean, they're like just in awe that, you know, oh, the bikers are here. If you know, I had the wife and kid, I'd fucking be in an old beat up fucking Chevy Blazer, and you wouldn't even fucking look twice at me. But you know, you ride a motorcycle with a patch on your back, all of a sudden you're public enemy, and people are fucking scared of you.
Were you?
Huh?
No, go ahead. And you were going to say, I apologize, man.
Well, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like I'm the same guy as I always am. I'm not putting on a certain facade.
Right.
You know, I wear my colors to, you know, fly the banner, fly the flag.
I'm proud of my colors.
Yeah.
I'm proud of what I earned. And in fact, just to give you guys a little history, Dirty and I earned our colors together. We probated together and went through some shit and found out some shit about each other and about a lot of other things too. You know, I mean, were you with us the year we all went to Walmart? Now, our club does a big toy drive every year. Yeah. And it's one of our biggest events. It's one of our former members. He's not with us anymore. And it was, kids were a big thing, toys. So it's our big event. Anyway, we show up at Walmart. There's probably about, 12, 15 of us. And we got the club checkbook, and we're going to buy, several $1,000s worth of toys and stuff for kids. So we go off in groups of 2 or 3, and we got, a couple shopping carts in tow, and we're all over this Walmart. And next thing you know, we got people like gathering in small pods at the end of aisles. And like Dirty was just saying, talking to each other and whispering, and everything. And we're just laughing because, we're just, we're your neighbor, I mean,
and it's.
We get up to the checkout counter though, and one lady asks me, "What are you guys doing?" I tell them, hey, we're buying all these toys for kids. Oh my gosh, that's suddenly now we're human to them.
Well, it's
we were human before, but because we wear colors and want to be part of something, that means a lot to us and something different, and suddenly it doesn't make us human anymore.
Look, I don't care.
I don't know, man.
I don't care what you ride. I don't care what. If you're a patch holder, if you're an independent, at the end of the day, you're just a human being. I don't give a shit. You ride, you don't ride, you wear a patch, you don't wear a patch, you're metric, you're American, it don't fucking matter. You're a human fucking being. All human beings want the same thing.
You binge watch SOA over and over again.
All human beings want to be happy. And they want to be able to do things that they enjoy. So I enjoy riding motorcycles. And I enjoy doing so with like-minded people. And I enjoy being part of a brotherhood that stands for something. It doesn't make me a menace to society. It doesn't make me public enemy number one. But society, media, Hollywood, they need their villains. They need their romantic rebels. You know what? Whatever. They want to label me that. I don't give a shit. But my point is, this podcast is to talk about being a biker, whether you consider yourself a biker or not. As long as you ride a motorcycle, we want to hear from you. Whether you're a moto vlogger that talks about what you're doing with you and your buddies and you make these cool videos, whether you're a patch holder of a serious motorcycle club that's been on documentaries, whether you're a guy who just bought a bike 2 years ago, we don't care. It doesn't matter. Let's dive into it, because there's a lot of talk on social media about what a biker is, what the true biker. What's the true meaning of biker?
You're not a real biker, you're a rub.
Yeah. Everybody's a rub, everybody's a poser. Just ask the people on the internet, they'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, we get them all there. In fact, let's see, weren't we called, what was it, Fucking YMCA gay fucking dick jerkers, I believe was the quote.
And, that guy is, obviously a fucking world scholar to come up with such a beautifully worded comment like that about how we're gay YMC dick strokers, suckers, or whatever the fuck he said. But, I mean, what's that guy's deal? Why is he so angry? Yeah. I mean, isn't the biker's lifestyle supposed to be a good time? Why are you so angry?
Well, he put that in response to me just saying, hey, no political posts on here.
Yeah.
As simple as that. No political posts. Oh, suddenly I'm a fucking YMCA fucking gay fuck dick jerker.
Yeah, that's one way. That's one thing I wouldn't mind discussing and exploring is we're bikers for Trump. Well, here's my point. Like I said, I'm not an expert on shit, right? I'm especially not an expert on being a biker. I learn shit every fucking day. But as far as I know, there's never been a bikers for insert candidate here or insert political person here. Like, I've never heard of, bikers for Carter. You know what I mean? Bikers for Nixon. I've never heard of that before. I always thought being a biker meant being social outcast. You didn't conform to society's beliefs, or you didn't conform to an ideal of what somebody should be.
I never have.
No, me neither.
Well, I mean, laws, right? Laws. I wasn't here when half of them were written, so why should I have to abide by them?
Well, I mean, I know we live in a society, so I know there's certain laws and social norms I have to obey. I can't walk around the street with my dick hanging out without, being, arrested.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, I understand.
You could just be trolling for a date for all we know.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't want to pick the kid up from school with that, your evil snake hanging out there, because that's just fucked up. Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, I understand, there's certain rules and laws that are in place to protect society, and I'm not trying to fucking throw a monkey wrench in the cog that is the machine of America. Yeah, because I love America just as much as anybody else. But I'm just curious because it seems like the establishment, aka the government, is now socially acceptable in a certain world of biker, where they think the president's amazing and he's going to fix the country, when to the way I see it, bikers back in the day were anti the man, and which was always kind of interesting to me because a lot of veterans become bikers and they have this rebellious attitude where you're not going to tell them what to fucking do, and they're going to live their life the way they want to live it, and fuck the man and fuck anybody that tells them anything otherwise. But here we are, 2019. Social justice warriors are fucking rampant, and we got bikers for Trump. We've got law enforcement clubs. We've got every fucking walk of life represented in this biker lifestyle.
Well, let's talk about law enforcement clubs for just a second.
Please do.
I mean, can you think of a bigger conflict of interest than a man that spends their day at their job trying to, catch bikers doing bad things, and on the weekend on his day off becomes the biker? Or at least in his head, he dresses like one, they got their clubs, they want to just look like it.
That's 100% fair. I've seen guys with patches that say LE on the back acting like their shit didn't stink and like they were tough guys. I've seen it.
Yep.
I've also seen the flip side of that, where I've seen law enforcement wearing a patch but acting very friendly towards people, if that makes sense. There are, like, say, the Blue Knights. I would say that's probably, I don't know if you could say respected law enforcement club, but they seem to be respected throughout most communities.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the same time, you'll see a club that has law enforcement in their ranks. I won't name names, but everybody kind of knows who I'm talking about. You know, this club sort of sprung up out of nowhere and decided to change the rules by allowing law enforcement in their club.
Yeah.
Which has always been kind of one of those deals where you didn't want to do that.
Yeah, it's one of my bugaboos.
But that's the age we live in, I guess.
Well, you look at a lot of the incidents that there have been that have been club-related.
Yeah.
And I can think of, in the past 5 years, I can think of 3 very specific cases that involve that club in question that we're talking about being the aggressor, pulling guns out and shooting and killing another member of another club. And these men are still scot-free. They still walk. They didn't get adjudicated the way you think they should have.
Well, one thing this podcast won't be is a biker news site. I've got nothing against those that talk about biker news. I enjoy listening to news stories about what's going on out there in the fucking world as much as the next guy. But I feel that there's a lack of conversation involving what's going on in people's minds, what people are doing, what people are, living through, And just, I'm talking about regular bikers. I'm not talking about some guy who's got some credibility or some fame, because those guys are out there and they're important, but I think the guy that just puts his fucking pants on one leg at a time, goes to work and rides a fucking motorcycle, I think his views are important too, and I want to give him a platform. This is social media. This is the age we live in, where everybody's got a voice, and I want to give the common biker a voice. I want to give
even the Goldwing riders.
Even the Goldwing riders.
That's pretty broad spectrum.
The Can-Am spiders, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, I mean, we're not going to talk about what clubs in what trouble. We're not going to talk about MC protocol, because, I mean,
they're with a brother now.
There you go. But there's a handful of sites out there, and some of them are really fucking good at what they do, and they're really entertaining, they're really informative, and I don't even want to try to compete with them.
No sense.
There's no sense. There's no sense in talking about the same thing they're talking about, because they're going to do it better than we are. I'd rather just talk to the guy who rides and get his point of view on, fucking riding, life, partying, chicks, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
And if I can turn on a podcast and hear about what some Hollywood fuckface thinks about XYZ, well, you know what? I want to hear about what some dude who's like me thinks about XYZ, because maybe I can learn something. Maybe he sees something differently than I do that makes me realize that I've been looking at something wrong this whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. My eyes have been opened quite a bit since I've been alive on this planet, where I thought one thing and all of a sudden, shit, now I think another, because I saw it in a different way. I saw it through somebody else's eyes. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk to some guy who's in law enforcement and he'll break it down to where it all makes sense. Kind of fucking doubt it, but
yeah,
it's fucking possible.
I just want to go on record, brother. I don't hate cops. I just feel really good when they're not around. I feel much better when they're not around.
Cops have a really fucking hard job. I couldn't do it.
No, not at all.
They're overworked, underpaid, undertrained, given almost an impossible fucking mission. Go stop all the crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's their mission. Go stop all crime. Right? Go out there, patrol.
Largely they don't stop it. They're there to clean up after the crime's been done.
Well, fair enough.
That's why they call them the police. They're policing.
And I don't think they're trained properly. I mean, I seriously don't. I'm a big fan of the military. I've never been in the military, and that's like a regret of mine.
Yeah, mine too.
But I'm a fan. So I guess I watch a lot of things to have to do with war, whether it's past, present, or even future. Like, and I hear about their training. I hear about the way they handle certain situations, and they're very heavily trained, and they're trained to a degree that is unparalleled to anything else in this world when it comes to combat. And police are in combat. They're just fighting domestic and not foreign. Okay? When that guy that's wearing a uniform gets a call about a burglary or domestic dispute, he's going up against a combatant. Guaranteed.
A fucking state trooper that's pulling somebody over at 3 a.m. in the middle of nowhere, I mean, how does he know that person didn't just come from freaking pulling a burglary and got a prior out on him? And
100%.
You know, I mean...
100%. I mean, you don't know.
No, you don't.
I couldn't do it. Could I walk into a fucking room or an apartment or a house and I have no idea what's on the other side of that door? I don't know. I don't think I could. Not for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a brother in there, a loved one, yeah, I'd fucking kick in that door and walk in there guns a-blazing. Sure, fuck yeah.
Right.
But for a stranger, for a paycheck, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Flip side of that coin is, there's a, well, I'll just say this. I full-heartedly believe absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh, sure.
And if you give law enforcement absolute power in a society, it will be corrupted. And that's something I think everybody, not just bikers, should keep an eye on.
No, it's
100%.
It's everywhere.
100%.
Anywhere you see anybody in power. I mean, just to look at an example in society, I mean, we've got a lot of these reality shows and shows where people are judged, and
Yeah.
you know, only certain people should be judges, because I've got this theory that when you give somebody and you tell them, okay, I want you to critique what this person's going to do, they're going to be really, really critical of them, and they're going to purposely try to find the bad.
Yeah.
But that's just human nature, and that's what you're talking about, is that instinct of, what, I'm in charge?
Yeah.
Okay, so guess what? I'm
Yeah.
going to be in charge.
Right.
But getting back, I mean, the biker's lifestyle, we get it a lot. I mean, you might hear us drawing from our experience for being admins on this biker's lifestyle Facebook entertainment page. It's for entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes
A lot of
only.
people lose sight of that.
Yeah.
But we get people, and they get offended about everything. And then I always hear, oh, biker doesn't get offended about anything. Fuck that. I know bikers that get really offended. And they're human beings. I mean, they don't even put biker in it. People get offended.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a human being's a human being. And I mean, what surprises me is the level of butthurt that happens on these biker pages, air quotes, biker pages. I mean, you can express an opinion, and I can almost guarantee you 100% a handful of people are going to disagree with you to the point of full-blown, they're attacking your person, your character, and I don't care what your opinion is. You could be like, yeah,
Over opinion.
I prefer hard shell tacos versus soft shell tacos.
Right.
Oh my God, you're going to get fucking railed on for that. You know what I mean? And it's just,
yeah.
you know, and these are fucking grown-ass men and women. And it's like, man, society stacks up shit against bikers quite often, not in our favor. We should at least try to stick together on certain things. We should at least try to get along, as opposed to just attacking each other for fucking stupid shit like, well, you don't ride the right brand of motorcycle.
Oh, you ride a sport bike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Who gives a fuck? You know? Who gives a fuck what a guy rides? He's riding.
At the end of the day, yeah.
And this podcast is going to explore why that guy's riding. I guarantee you, 100%, I almost guarantee you, there's common ground. There's common ground with metric guys versus American guys, sport bike guys versus Goldwing guys.
Cafe racers.
versus
the bobber crowd.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all wrapped in the cloak of bikerism about freedom.
Yeah, and a lot of times you see people also look for validation of their own thoughts, of their own decisions that they've made. I mean, you get that guy, look at this bike I built, and it could be in your opinion, the ugliest piece of shit you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, everybody's got their own taste.
But I mean, do you like it?
Yeah.
Did you build it? Would you build it for me? Okay, what the fuck do you care if anybody else likes it?
Yeah, I don't.
It's yours.
I mean, human beings like validation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know that I did something good, and I don't know if I'm different than anybody else, but I already know if I did something good by the way I feel about it, as opposed to having people tell me that I did something good. So, but at the same time, it doesn't suck when people like what I do.
No, it does. It doesn't.
It doesn't suck.
No.
I mean, I've done a few things in my life where I've put together a few things, and when people tell me, hey man, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I get a certain sense of pride. I kind of puff my chest out. Yeah, I built it myself. Sure. But I don't need it. I don't pine for it. I don't post fucking 32 fucking pictures of a thing on, a social media site and then count the likes on whether or not I feel good about myself or not. I don't do that. You
don't make a posting and then go back and check every 60 seconds to see if maybe Facebook didn't give you a warning that somebody liked it?
I just vomit on social media. I put out a few things and then I just ignore it. Like, here you go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'll fucking do the same thing tomorrow and see what happens.
Well, you kind of go through an evolution, right? Like, you can always tell when it's somebody's first time on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I also want people to realize that there's no wrong answers when it comes to being a biker. Whatever you feel in your heart, whatever you feel like doing is right for you, and that's all that really fucking matters. If you don't want to ride a fucking Harley, you want to ride a Jap bike, fucking ride the shit out of that Jap bike. Fuck, I support everything you fucking do. If you don't want to ride a Jap bike, you're 100% American, hey, me too, man, let's fucking ride together. Let's fucking ride with the Jap guy, and let's fucking see if we can fucking all enjoy each other's fucking company. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit? These petty little fucking differences are fucking killing us as a fucking culture. We just need to fucking realize that we're all the same deep down. We're all the same type of person. Riding, having fun, experiencing life to its fullest.
Well, that's every bit of that for sure. You think about it, and you're in a car.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by metal,
sure.
Right? You got a shell, but on the bike, you're the shell.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you're out in it, man. You're smelling the smells. You can going back and forth to work. Well, that raccoon's starting to smell pretty bad over there.
You got your knees in the breeze, man.
Yeah.
You're eating shit. Catching bugs. If it rains, you know it. If it's cold, you know it. If that sun is 1,000,000 fucking degrees, you know it. And it's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
I live for that shit. If it doesn't have a certain layer of suck, then it's just not memorable enough. Some of my favorite rides sucked a little bit. Whether it was super fucking hot, or it rained, or it got cold, or I went through a fucking swarm of mayflies, and I got bugs in my fucking teeth, like fucking that movie Dumb and Dumber, It is what it is, and that's what makes it fun.
I remember one time, man, right after coming back from Madison, Wisconsin, and right on the heels, about 20 minutes earlier, a tornado had gone through and swept down in front of me. And I remember lightning struck maybe 2 blocks away from me from where I was. And as I was sitting there at that stoplight, I could just feel the energy leading up to that snap, just getting sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Right to that certain area, and then you knew it was going to be the boom before the flash even hit. You know, people are looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just laughing like a hyena, because I got another 60 miles to go on my way home.
Right.
And I'm already soaking fucking wet, and I don't care.
I remember jamming from right around the Iowa-Nebraska border, and it's like July,
Ooh.
right? And I'm on my Dyna.
Swamp nut weather.
Yeah. I'm on my Dyna. No windshield. Just sunglasses and skin, right? Riding through cornfields at 90, 95 miles an hour down an interstate. I don't know what they put in the soil, but the bugs in Iowa are very big, very hard, and very juicy. It was like hitting small birds in the face.
I was going to say, Illinois got them too. I had one hit me so hard on my glasses that actually broke part of the frame.
Sure.
But
and I wouldn't trade that experience for the world.
No, not at all.
That was a story. You know, riding handlebar to handlebar with a brother, jamming down the fucking interstate.
That's one of the best.
90 miles an hour, catching bugs, catching wind, catching a fucking story, a fucking memory.
Maybe even feeling that back tire kick a little.
A little bit.
A little bit back and forth and give you a little shimmy to remind you what you're doing and where you're at.
And that whole time we're riding, we're chasing a storm. We're trying... we were kind of in between storms, as you were. We were like, there's one behind us, there's one in front of us, and we're trying to keep that happy medium where, you know, the road spray's not that bad because it just recently rained, and we can't really slow down because there's one coming up behind us, and it is what it is, and I will never forget that moment.
Just trying to avoid the Doppler red.
Exactly. Exactly. The blues and greens aren't so bad. It's the reds and yellows you got to watch out for.
The reds and yellows and the orange you really got to watch out for. I never really fucking cared about the weather so much as on a motorcycle.
I am damn near a meteorologist whenever I'm riding a motorcycle.
Right?
Oh, we got, you know, at least 2 hours, you know, the way the projection of the pressure system.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. How many times you been at that place so out in the middle of nowhere and you know, on your weekend, and somebody's like, you know, storm's moving in, it's moving this way, and then suddenly it's a mad dash, everybody the bikes, and
yeah,
you know, here starts the story, man.
Yeah, I mean, 3 sheets to the wind, riding with one eye open because one's filled up with water. I mean, that's the stuff of legends, you know, because that's fun. That's so fun. You know, get out there and live life, you know, as long as you can.
Where it's 19 degrees,
yeah,
and everything's frosted over, and I've got my glasses kicked so I have the one eye at least I can look out of.
We're up here, you know, we're up here in the Midwest, so we'll get those spring and fall days where during the day it's like 55, 60, and you're out there being cocky riding your motorcycle on top of the fucking world, and spend a little too long at a certain place. The sun goes down, next thing you know it's 35 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
And your dumbass forgot to bring gloves. And you're 60 miles from home.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Or riding.
Yeah, well, we're still here to laugh about it. I can assure you it sucked when it happened. That's for damn sure.
It's never fun, but...
No, well, I don't know. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you see the meme, and I don't want to sound redundant, but I do know why the dog stick his head out the window.
Yeah.
You know, it's for a pretty cool reason.
It is. You know, you feel alive when you're out there.
I also know June bugs taste like refried beans. And house flies are a little salty along with mosquitoes.
And I know whatever fucking bees do right before you fucking hit them, they seem to apparently know to sting you right the fuck away.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that even happen? Or wasps or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
But, anyways, our point, before we get too far off track.
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. It's already circling the drain. But, is that this podcast is about the life of a guy who rides. It's about his philosophy on life. It's about point of views. It's about opinions. And it's about not being right, but being righteous.
But being righteous, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I said that in my head right before you said righteous. I was like, righteous.
That's right, we're connected.
Yeah, well,
That's what it
we've
is.
been through some shit together.
We've been through some shit. Serendipitous.
Ooh, wow. That would be dirty just using a 25-cent word right there, folks. 25-center.
I read that fucker on the internet earlier today.
That was my word of the day. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my fucking back cushion. Yes, that's right. I have a back cushion because Tank is old and broken.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, I've got a broken back and I still ride, folks.
Young enough to know better, still too young to care.
Oh, well. Yeah. I don't know. They ain't going to stop.
Yep.
Might hold me back a little bit. I'm going to find a way, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find a way. But, so what, basically what you're telling me then is that on our podcast, we're going to talk to bikers. And not just, and I mean that term in the loosest possible way.
It's the loosest. We're not, let's put it this way. We call it the Biker's Lifestyle because the Motorcycle Enthusiast Bike Style Podcast just doesn't sound as good. You know what I mean? What does biker mean? Who is a biker? What is the definition of biker? You know what I mean?
The list could go on.
I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now. This podcast is going to be 100% about people that ride motorcycles. About what they think, how they live, beliefs, lifestyle, you name it. 100% revolving around motorcycles.
Yeah, we want to talk to that young independent.
Yeah.
And find out what attracted it to them and what keeps them going. We want to talk to that old independent.
If you're 18 or 88, we want to find out what you think.
Yeah, you're going to be
100%.
And you're going to be in the right around the state line, Illinois, Wisconsin central area, and want to talk to us. Have an opportunity, message us through the Biker's Lifestyle page, and we'll probably fucking ignore you. But,
in the future, I'll be honest with you. In the future, all right, this is where, and I guess I'm just saying this for my own, my own little putting it on paper type goals and forecast for the podcast, but I would love to get out there and talk to people in different states.
Sure.
Right? We'll see where this goes. If people, I don't know if people dig this shit. I don't know if there's a fucking audience for this type of shit. Oh, maybe social media's got it all figured out and everybody knows everything already. You know what I mean? Maybe everybody, I got my opinions. I know what's right. If somebody doesn't think the way I do, fuck them, they're wrong. Right? Maybe that's how it is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not an expert. I can't answer people's questions for them because I don't fucking know. I don't know any more than they do.
Yeah.
Because, in my opinion, there's no wrong way to be a biker. The only wrong way to be a biker is to pretend you're something you're not. If you're true to yourself, I don't give a fuck if you ride 10 miles a year or 1,000,000. You're a biker, in my opinion. Right? The way I see it. You do what you can do as well as you can do it. That's all that fucking matters. But this podcast in the future, I want to talk to everybody from the iconic club member or the iconic person in the lifestyle that's been around since Jump Street, that's been around since the beginning. And I want to talk to that guy who's fucking wet behind the ears and just got into it. I want to talk to the guy who's been building fucking motorcycles since shovelheads. And I want to talk to the guy that's tweaking sport bikes to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. I want to talk to everybody. I want to get everybody's opinion. Because all of it's fascinating.
Yeah.
All of it's interesting. All of it is a teachable moment. Because you never know what you're going to learn.
No, you never do, man.
Yep. The moment you get set in your ways is the moment you might as well just fucking die. Because what's life if you're not fucking experiencing something new?
Go big or go home, man.
Yep.
No, I agree. Push the envelope because I don't want to die going, what if?
Well, yeah. Variety is the spice of life. I mean, I love fucking tacos, man. But I can't eat them every day.
But it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Fuck, Two-Wheel Tuesday? Taco Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Two things I love a lot. Coincidence? I don't think so. But, well, what else you want to talk about, Tank?
Aye, well, I mean, we got some people lined up to talk to in the future here.
Yeah. Truth be told, this is the second go-around for the introduction. We kind of fucked the first one up pretty good, but hey, we're new. Yeah. So, you know, we're not AV kids, so, you know, it is what it is.
It's some internet gold there in that first tape, though.
There is. I mean, I was drunk as shit the entire fucking time we did it, but long story short, we're trying to give the best content possible for two greasy bikers from the Wisconsin land area who have an idea. Yeah. And the idea is community. The idea is biker life, I guess. I don't know how else to coin that phrase. You know, just ride motorcycles, having a good time.
We're a couple of two-wheel guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I have a background in cars, hot rodding, right? But I always had a motorcycle on the side because, you know, when you're racing or you're doing, you know, whatever with cars, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Sometimes when you're building a fucking car and you're trying to fucking achieve a goal, whether it's to get a time or beat a guy you got a grudge against, sometimes it's like playing a video game you can't win, right? It's like trying to achieve the impossible. And I would jump on a fucking motorcycle that I bought because, you know, I'm a gearhead. At the end of the day, I'm a fucking gearhead. I love machines.
You like to make them go fast.
Oh, yeah. But I love machines. And I would jump on my bike, my motorcycle, and just jam and just unwind and, you know, get that wind in your fucking face. And then come back to whatever you were doing with this zen-like calm and just attack whatever challenge I had in front of me. And the older I got, I realized that, man, motorcycles are just better. They're just, it's a feeling you're not going to get by rolling down the windows of your pick-em-up truck and sticking your head out the cocksucker.
That's right.
You know, it's something different.
Yeah, I can't explain it to you unless you do it.
Can't explain it to you. I can't talk you into it.
No.
If you're not into it, you're not into it. It sucks to be you.
Well, and here's the other thing, too, you know, about, we're talking about bikers and biker lifestyle. We don't even give a fuck if you do or don't wear a helmet. I mean, I own lids. I own some brain bags. You know, I mean, you need them for some states to go into. And,
oh, yeah.
And frankly, when it gets, you know, 30 degrees outside, it's kind of nice to have something around your ears.
Everybody hates helmets until it drops down below 40 and you got a full-faced one on the back of your bike. You're like, I'm going to put that fucker on right now.
Yeah. That's a different story.
I'm going to go ahead and wear that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, do I wear a helmet all the time? No.
We've got a visitor.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we got a separate mic and
that's the other side.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him. He doesn't ride. I'm just kidding. You're fine wherever you are.
Anyways, so.
But I mean, it's hard not to link us back once again how this podcast came about. It was out of Dirty's head. It was an idea he had, and it was born out of, frankly, out of us building this web page that was sort of gifted.
Well,
this Facebook page was kind of gifted along the way.
All right, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but
beat that fucker good, man. That's
today's day and age, you got words, huh?
It's a lot of dead air. No,
right.
3 whole seconds.
Well, give me a goddamn second. It takes a lot to explain everything. In today's day and age, you got terminology like toxic masculinity, right? Triggered, right? You got things like you got I mean, if you were to tell me 20 years ago when I was a young man exploring the universe that there would be a serious political debate on whether or not somebody could use a certain bathroom, I would have said you're fucking insane. That's never going to fucking happen.
Right.
There's terminology like dead naming, calling somebody by a name that they used to be called when they identified as a certain gender, right? And yeah, we can all laugh at these things, and all they're kind of tongue-in-cheek, but a lot of people in society that run certain platforms that we're probably on right now take these issues very seriously, and they hand out very serious consequences by deplatforming certain people that don't agree to this ideology. And that's 100% happening, and that's 100% gonna happen moving forward in the future. So when we talk about this silly little fucking Facebook page that I sort of tried to mold into a certain way, I wanted it to be the last beacon of freedom for a guy who considers himself a biker. Whether or not you are by whatever standard somebody puts on you, I don't give a shit about that. If you want to fucking talk about being a biker, if you want to share something that you think bikers would like, whether it's half-naked women, cool fucking scooters, a joke, an article, a story, I don't fucking care, man. As long as it's biker related, fucking let's talk about it. Share it, great. Because I'm not an old timer, but I'm not a young buck either. Right? I'm not young blood, I'm not old blood, I'm just a fucking dude who's fucking 41 years old, who remembers certain things when they were a certain way. And I saw an article, I don't know if it's true or not. You know, you can't trust the media, I suppose, these days. Fake news, as they say. But I see a thing where Easy Rider magazine is canceling subscriptions, and they're going to be a quarterly magazine, and they're only going to be offered in certain, and from what I understand, once again, might not be true, don't quote me, but what I read is they're going to be offered in certain boutiques and specialty places. And when I read that, I was like, well, what about the guy who doesn't shop at boutiques? What about the guy or gal who wants to see the beaver hunt, who wants to get that centerfold out and stick it up on the bathroom wall? What about that guy? Does he not exist anymore? I think he does.
Yeah.
And I think his voice isn't heard. I think his opinion isn't valued. And I want to give him a platform. You know, I know a lot of, I'm not going to name drop, but I know a handful of dudes. A handful of fucking men. Some fought for this country, some didn't. But every single one of them fought for what they believed in. Whether it was a righteous, political, or patriotic thing, or if it was just they fought for their right to exist. And their stories shouldn't go unheard. And I want to share them. I want to talk to them.
We want to provide them that voice.
I'm going to give them the platform to do so.
Right on.
100%.
Right on.
You know, I don't give a fuck what side of what line they are on. Everybody's got worth, everybody's got value, and it's all important.
Yeah. Yep, that's very true, man. I mean, opinion.
Kumbaya.
Opinion is just that.
Yeah.
Opinion is just that. It's just fucking opinion. That's all.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you right. Doesn't make you wrong. It's just what you think.
I'm not a referee or a judge, so I can't tell you what's right, what's wrong. All I can do is give everybody a platform to speak their mind and to share their story.
Yeah.
That's all I can do. And I don't even know if I can do that. You know, let's be realistic. I mean, this is, you know, a new adventure for myself and you. You know, we don't know.
Fuck no.
You know, we grew a Facebook page from, I don't know, 400 or 500 members to 61,000.
Yeah.
We did it in just over a year.
Just over a year.
Just over a year. A couple greasy fucking bikers with an idea.
Well, and the page sort of grew itself too, to a degree. I mean, the content certainly has been dictated by the members.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We give them total freedom to make that page awesome or suck. Total freedom.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't post political shit, if you don't ramble on about dumb shit, or you're some sort of Russian bot, or you're some sort of, scammer, your voice will be heard, and you will not be penalized for so. I mean, granted, if people start giving you shit because you're fucking stupid, well, that's on you.
Yeah.
But we won't block you from the page.
No.
We won't take away your voice. We'll let you say all the dumbest shit you want in the world.
We don't give a shit about your fucking flame war.
Nope. We're not your babysitter. We're not your fucking bodyguard. You're on your own.
Yeah.
But you will be free.
That's right.
You will be able to say what you say within the confines of Facebook's rules.
All hail Zuck.
All hail Zuck. But, yeah. How are we doing on time?
We're getting close there. I think we got to wrap it up.
Let's fucking wrap it up, man.
Got a YouTube channel.
Got a YouTube channel, The Biker's Life Podcast.
Look at that.
We got an Instagram, also, The Biker's Life Podcast. That's bikers, it's plural, because there's more than one of us. And then we also are on the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Which, I'll be honest, I'm not a tweeter.
No, I hate Twitter.
And I only got Twitter because, I don't know, it seems to be a thing to do nowadays.
Yeah, it sucks.
But, if you want to contact us on the Twitter, if you want to tweet, if you're a Twitter, then you can find us on the Twitter at Bikers Podcast, at Bikers Podcast. And it'll come up, The Bikers Podcast.
We'll do some really cool editing, and I'll have it on the back.
The Bikers Lifestyle Podcast, I should say. But yeah, the Bikers Lifestyle Podcast is pretty much where you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. It might come up as at Bikers Podcast, but long story short, Facebook, same thing, The Bikers Lifestyle Podcast. Figure it the fuck out. It's not hard. Google it.
Just Google that shit.
Just Google the shit.
All right, well, we got to sign off. We're running out of time, so... My name's Chris Tank Bohr.
I'm Brian Dirty Duvall. Keep the fucking shiny side up.
The shiny side up, and I've said it before, but this will be the first time I'm saying it here. The most dangerous part on your motorcycle is the nut that connects the handlebars to your seat. Thanks a lot, folks.
Ride fast, don't die.
That's right.